I asked the car where the check engine light went, and it's making very sure I know there's a check engine light now. It's put a limiter on me. I can't go more than like 30 miles an hour.
All right, I've been thinking. When life gives you lemons, don't make lemonade. Make life take the lemons back.
It's that time again. So this time, I'm going to check the one and only VTEC solenoid, which lives right there underneath this weirdly hot cable, that bracket, this thing. I hate these plastic covers. You can see that in there. I think that's it, unless that's it. There's a lot of things in here that don't need to be here because Honda crams everything in the tiniest spaces. So I'm just gonna tear things out and hope I put them back in the right spot because I'm sure they're important. Except they're not important. If I had to bargain where the oil was coming from, I would say, oh my goodness, Apple, make your cameras work. I would bargain that if this camera would focus, that's where the oil's coming from. Get in there. We're going into the void. Down into the crevasse. So this is your VTEC solenoid, and it's got a little bit of a heat shield on it. It's got these two cables. We're gonna pull those cables, pull that out, kind of lift it up with this. It goes in the same kind of harness casket that your spark coil wires do. Kind of everything runs through this. Not every element has this, but the later ones have this kind of heat shield that's, you know, it snaps in and it's junk. You can take it off. It doesn't need it. I'm not going to record me doing that because that's going to be a pain in the butt to record and a pain in the butt to remove. It's that simple. If it sucks too much, we don't record it. As you can see, my fingers are soaked in oil. All I did was take the connectors off. If this camera works like the human eye, you would be able to look at that connector down there and see that there's oil in it. But because there's no light, you're not gonna be able to see that. But just trust me, there's oil in the connectors, and that's causing part of our issue. In fact, it's probably causing all of the issues. All of the oil seeping out around that area is causing it to read inaccurately and makes this thing want to explode. And I don't want this thing to explode, so I'm gonna fix that. All right, so as you can see, our engine is now missing some pretty major components. It's the dipstick. I took it out so that I could get a little more room to work on that VTEC solenoid back there. Show off. No, I'm not gonna show you how you take this off because you're not actually supposed to do this. That's supposed to be on there still, along with all of that. But this is gonna help me get that off, make it suck a lot less. Speaking of sucking, look at that oil in there. That's part of the reason these fail. A lot of the times these connectors, when something leaks, they will get moisture in them, and that causes failure. And we don't want failure because this is my daily driver. And if this breaks, I have to drive that thing.
Stay in the box! No! Stay in the box! No! Get out of my skin!
Now, if you'd brought this to some kind of mechanic shop like the one I work at, I would have probably told you that this needs to all be replaced. But since I know that's the culprit right there, all the oil and just liquids that have seeped into that connector, I do actually know of another solution. Instead, I can just, you know, reseal this and make sure that connector doesn't get any more liquid in it. I really do hate liquid. It's my least favorite state of matter. Open sesame. Yes. I can't stick my finger in there. My fingers are too short. I cleaned out those connectors as best as I could. I don't have anything to properly clean them, so I just kind of paper towel the heck out of them. I could replace that whole unit, you know, if the bolt wasn't stripped, and I didn't strip the bolt. But unfortunately, I stripped the bolt, so I'm not replacing it. It's got to stay in there. And because of that, if it does still have the issue, it's not my problem anymore. It's going to a mechanic because I don't want to deal with it. This is also a pretty cool way to see how iVTEC works. As you can see, we have a couple cams here. Got your intake cam and your exhaust cam. Move these wires out of the way for you. The exhaust cam has one single lobe on it, and the intake cam has two. Despite what you may think, the exhaust is dual valve and the front is dual valve as well. But we have two cam profiles here. One that's kind of meaty looking, as you can see. Look at that meaty boy. And one that's a little more toned down. This is the cam right here that you can use for daily driving, but when you're on the highway absolutely flooring it, this guy kicks in, and oh boy, does that boy do a lot. You'd be surprised if you've never driven a variable valve timing car. Most cars are variable valve timing these days. And this is iVTEC, not full VTEC, so it's a little bit different. But what it does at the end of the day is the exact same as what VTEC does. Don't let the Honda boys hate on you for having iVTEC. This is just as fun, does the same thing. If anything, it's more reliable. There's less parts in it. The only issue is that iVTEC and VTEC engines use that thing, and that thing breaks. So if you buy a car with VTEC, be sure to check your VTEC control solenoid and its adjacent systems to make sure that there's no oil in your wires. I decided to keep this cover off, and I couldn't find bolts, so we got little 8mm bolts. They are the right thread, but they are also from a go-kart, and they're grade 8 instead of grade 5. I don't know. I'll get some matching bolts later. But, I mean, I guess I'm done. It's kind of been the point of these recent videos. I've been posting a lot recently in anticipation of hitting the 50 subscriber mark. On an unrelated note, is that U-joint look any worse for wear to you? Yeah, 50 is a pretty big number if you think about it. I mean, it's like still nothing in the grand scheme of YouTube. YouTube, you have like million subscriber people everywhere these days, especially in the automotive scene, so it's not like anything I'm doing is new or unique. In fact, if anything, I'm oversaturating the market. But as far as my goal was, I kind of just wanted to make videos for fun, and I now have 50 people who watch my videos, or at least are notified of them on a regular basis. That's pretty cool. So if you're one of those 50 people, thank you. I'm gonna fire this turd up now and see if it actually fixed the issue or if it still has issues. It probably still has issues. See, I'm hoping it fixed the issue because I have to drive this to work. Sorry about my hand in the camera. Maybe if I actually pulled the key fully. We'll let it run for a little bit and see if it decides that it has issues and needs to notify me. But everything should be good to go under the hood. Which means hopefully I'm done with everything in here. You're probably looking at all that and thinking that this leaks oil. No, that's from the red one. It's still leaking oil, just not as much as it used to. That's fixed-ish. This is hopefully fixed. And you have a good day. We'll see you next time.